The Prince and the Pill. Harry's drug addiction puts his US visa in jeopardy. Deported? Greetings and a gracious welcome to the world of Royal Staff's channel. Hold on to your tiaras and teacups, folks, because Prince Harry has found himself in a bit of a sticky situation. It appears that his drug confession could put his US visa at risk, and as they say, even a crown won't protect you from the long arm of the law. Looks like Harry might have to put down the magic mushrooms and face the music like the rest of us commoners. In his bombshell memoir and TV interviews, the Duke of Sussex shamelessly admitted to taking cocaine, cannabis, and magic mushrooms in the past. And now, as Mail Online reported, he's facing the music as people are demanding to see whether he admitted to his drug use before he and his wife, Meghan Markle, immigrated to California in 2020. A conservative think tank is battling with Washington, D.C. officials who are refusing to release any details, including texts or emails, about Harry's visa application. But the American taxpayer deserves to know the truth about whether Harry declared his drug use, and the Heritage Foundation believes that his visa application should be released. You see, U.S. immigration law doesn't take drug use lightly. If you lie to immigration officials, you could face deportation and being barred from applying for citizenship. Former federal prosecutor Niyama Ramani even explained that admitting to drug use is usually grounds for inadmissibility, meaning that Harry's visa should have been denied or revoked. There's no exception for royalty or recreational use, Mr. Prince. But of course, some lawyers are suggesting that Harry's admission of drug use won't be a problem because he hasn't been convicted of any drug-related crimes. Texas-based immigration lawyer Sam Adair believes it's unlikely that Harry's admissions will present a problem. And attorney James Leonard thinks that admitting to experimenting with drugs when you were a young man isn't enough for immigration officials to investigate Harry's status. It's not clear which visa Harry received or what questions he was asked, but it's safe to say that his drug use isn't doing him any favors. In a shocking revelation, Prince Harry has admitted to taking cocaine, cannabis and magic mushrooms in his autobiography Spare and TV interviews. While marijuana and psychedelics helped him cope with his trauma, cocaine was more of a social thing. However, these confessions could now threaten his U.S. visa, as experts have insisted that U.S. visa applications would usually be thrown out if there is any history of drug use. The Heritage Foundation has now requested the release of Harry's visa application. Mike Howell, director of the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project, has said, "This request is in the public interest in light of the potential revocation of Prince Harry's visa for illicit substance use and further questions regarding the prince's drug use and whether he was properly vetted before entering the United States." Experts have warned that U.S. visa applications are typically rejected if there is a history of drug use. The Heritage Foundation has stated that if border officials were aware of Harry's drug use, it raises concerns about whether he received preferential treatment because of his royal status and his wife's fame. The Mail Online has reached out to Prince Harry's representatives for a comment, but it seems that they have gone silent on this issue. Meanwhile, a U.S. State Department spokesman has said, "Visa records are confidential under Section 222F of the Immigration and Nationality Act, INA. Therefore, we cannot discuss the details of individual visa cases." In his book, Harry revealed that he first tried cocaine at the age of 17, during a shooting weekend. He had done a few more lines on other occasions. The prince also admitted to smoking cannabis after his first date with Meghan and hallucinating during a celebrity-filled event in California. But that's not all. The prince also spoke about his positive experience with the psychedelic drug ayahuasca, which he said brought him a sense of relaxation, release, comfort, a lightness that I managed to hold on to for a period of time. Harry made these confessions in an interview with Dr. Gabor Mate, a therapist who is a vocal advocate of drug decriminalization. In a recent interview, Prince Harry made a bold statement about his drug use, revealing that cocaine didn't do anything for me. The exiled royal admitted that it was more of a social thing, giving him a sense of belonging, and making him feel different from how he was feeling at the time. He also spoke candidly about his marijuana use, saying that it actually helped him. The comments made by Harry have raised concerns among many, including Fiona Spargo Mabs, who launched a drugs education charity in her son Daniel's name after he died of an accidental MDMA overdose aged 16. According to her, Harry's comments are concerning and could potentially have a negative impact on young people who look up to him. But that's not the only thing that's concerning about Harry's recent revelations. Rumors have been circulating for a while that he may be working in the US on a fast-track visa, known as an O1 visa. This type of visa is only given to people with extraordinary ability and lasts for 3 years. Harry's renewal could be due within weeks. However, after Harry's admission about his illicit drug use, immigration experts have warned that he may have put his visa at risk. The Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, has even asked for the release of Harry's visa application, demanding to know if he was properly vetted before coming to America. The group has compiled a dossier of evidence, including Harry's own admissions in his memoir and various TV interviews about taking cocaine, cannabis, and magic mushrooms. This has all been sent to the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Customs, Border Protection, and U.S. Citizenship Immigration Services to bolster their Freedom of Information request. U.S. officials have so far refused to release Harry's visa application, citing privacy concerns. But the Heritage Foundation has appealed the decision, insisting that it is in the public interest to know how Harry's case was handled. They have demanded to see any emails, texts, WhatsApps or other correspondence related to Harry's visa to ensure public confidence in how it was handled. Prince Harry's move to the United States has raised questions about whether or not he was properly vetted before being admitted to the country. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, Customs and Border Protection, CBP, and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, are under fire for possibly granting preferential treatment to the prince, which would undermine public confidence in their ability to apply equal justice under the law. Adding to the controversy is Harry's history of drug abuse, which has raised questions about whether he disclosed this information on his visa application. Anyone seeking residency in the United States must answer questions about their criminal and drug history, and if Harry did not disclose his drug use, he may have perjured himself on an official U.S. government document. Experts are concerned that Harry's admission into the country without proper vetting could have negative consequences for public confidence in the government's ability to properly vet high-profile cases. Additionally, his visa could be set to expire this year, and any renewal application could be impacted by his newly admitted history with drugs. The professor also claimed that Prince Harry's recent admission of drug use may have hindered his ability to renew his visa and stay in the U.S. Professor Alberto Benitez, director of George Washington University's Immigration Clinic, stated that honesty would have been in the Duke's best interest and noted that his royal status may have given him preferential treatment. However, Benitez speculated that if Harry was not a member of the royal family, his application for residency would have faced more scrutiny, and his green card could have been denied. Despite these allegations, U.S. State Department officials have refused to comment on whether Harry's drug use would impact his immigration status or if he disclosed his drug history on his visa application. Visa records are confidential under U.S. law, and all applications are assessed on a case-by-case basis. Thanks for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.